AITA for kicking out my dad and his pregnant wife out of the home I legally own after they sent my depressed sister to live with our aunt. My mother passed away 3 years ago. The family home, where I and my sister grew up, was willed to me. It was her ancestral property, and she wanted her daughter to have it. The other vacation home went to my 16-year-old sister. Our father remarried 6 months after Mom passed away and moved his new wife in. My sister says that that woman has removed all of our family pictures from the main living area. She has removed our mom's pictures as well. Now all of these pictures adorn the walls of my sister's room. Recently our father and his wife announced that they were pregnant with twins. My sister didn't take it well. She's still not over Mom's death and had a breakdown after the announcement. The night of my sister's 16th birthday party, she brought a lot of friends over and the party went on till the next morning. My dad's wife, who was out with our father on vacation, returned the same morning and lost her cool when she saw the kids passed out on the living room. Our dad knew about the party, they just got home earlier than expected. His wife proceeded to lose her cool and had a big shouting match with my sister. She said that my sister was just like our mom and was a burden on our dad. She then asked her to leave and sent her packing to our aunt's. I was furious when I got to know about it. I showed up home the next day and asked them to leave within a week. She's 7 months pregnant and had no idea that the house belonged to me. I know I shouldn't be kicking a pregnant woman out, but I don't want my spineless father and his wife to abuse my sister anymore. My father called me a cruel brat and now wants to challenge our mom's will. He can try. My mom's family has already appointed their family lawyer to fight my case. AITA. Auntie, it kind of sounds like your dad's new wife just wanted your sister out of the way for her new perfect little family. They also kicked a 16-year-old out of the house. No judge is going to side with the dad on that one, as she's a minor and he can't legally do that. And since Up owned the house, they were doubly bound to let her stay. They can't kick someone out of a house they don't own. The only thing Up might have trouble with is the 1-week bit. They'll have to be evicted legally, and that's at least 30 days. Being pregnant will win stepmom some points on that front. Auntie, but I hope Up finds a way to fix this. One way, as the landlord, would be to charge, if not up their rent, making it less desirable for them to stay. See how much houses in your area rent for, add a couple $100 for it being an heirloom property, and present your dad with a lease. Tell him you intend to use the property as a rental, and he gets first crack. If he doesn't want to stay and pay, that's his choice, but it's going on the market in X number of days. Absolutely Auntie. It's so heartwarming and you're such a wonderful big sister, edit, for standing up for your sister. She probably felt like she was being pushed out before it happened and that your dad's new wife was treating her as if she was in the way. She even said that your little sister was a burden. That's not okay. You never say that to a child, let alone pair it with you're being a burden to your father just like your mother was. What a stomach-churning thing to say to a kid who's just lost their mother. I can't believe your father even let that happen and let it get so out of hand. He tried to remove your mom from your sister's life, and that's no way to let a 16-year-old process the loss of her mother and grieve. I'm terribly sorry this happened, but you absolutely did the right thing, and I'm sure your sister feels more at peace knowing you care enough about her to remove someone that toxic from her life. I hope your family heals, and I send good thoughts/hugs your way. Sounds like stepmom thought dad owned the house, so she could do what she wanted. Auntie, his wife thought your dad owned the house and threw her weight around. If the house was in your mother's name and she willed it to you, there's not much your dad can do legally. Came here to say this. Nothing was illegal here if you are already on the deed, which means probate is completed. Not sure if you're in the US, but in most states there's a very limited window of time to contest a will, so I think they're sole on all fronts. Your dad can go buy or rent his own house. Auntie. The fact that your father is allowing his new wife to speak to his children in this manner is disgusting. Let them go be bullies somewhere else. Why isn't anyone mentioning the dad getting remarried within 6 months of Op's mom's death? The way the new wife talks, it seems like she's been around Op's dad a lot longer than Op might realize. Those words were cruel and deeply personal. Honestly, who TF does she think she is, called the dead mom a burden? JFC. You shouldn't feel bad for kicking them out at all. They should be grateful you let them live there in the first place. Doesn't matter that she's pregnant. Not like she's going to pop tomorrow anyway. Good luck, Op. New wife moved in 6 months after old wife died. I'm betting dad was having an affair. Auntie A, sounds like stepmommy dearest didn't know the house wasn't your dad's. Something your dad probably neglected to tell her. They're adults. If they can be cruel to your sister, they can deal with reality of finding their own place to live. Wait until she finds out the beach house is the sister's. Auntie A, they're both being cruel to your sister and kicked her out of the house you own. Not cool. You're standing up for your sister. Your dad marrying 6 months after your mom's death is also so cringe. I'm sorry what you went through. It's apparently super common for men to remarry quickly after a spouse dies. At least men who were in heterosexual relationships. I don't get it, but I have a family friend who works with seniors. Obviously Op's dad is younger than those men, but still, and she sees it all the time. There's even this twisted saying, women mourn, men replace. I think it has to do with traditional gender roles and men being taught they should be emotionally taken care of by their wives. When they lose their wives, they don't know what to do. All of this is to say that it doesn't excuse his behavior, but it doesn't surprise me. Auntie A, it's your house, Op, and if they wanted somewhere to live they should have been kinder. Auntie A, your father should have been there for his daughter, but he isn't, so you have to be. Your father and his pregnant wife can kick rocks. Morally, Auntie A, legally. Met. Your dad is an ass. Please, if she isn't already, see about getting your sister counseling. If your aunt doesn't own her own home, move her and your sister in once dad and step monster mother have moved out, but I'm petty.